Welcome, everybody. Timberwolves win a terrible game.
That music pumps me up.
It does pump me up, too. I feel very good after listening to that. Welcome, everybody. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and big milestone that we passed. We are now YouTube partners, which means that you can, if you want, you don't have to, no pressure from us to sign up, but you can become a member. There are some emojis that you can use. I don't want anybody to think there's going to be a ton of extra content for this membership, but if you feel like supporting us, feel free. You can also super chat if you want to have your comments stick out a little bit more. But again, no pressure. You do not have to do that. We're still going to be going through comments just like we always do. But yes, if you are so inclined, sensational is correct. Anyways, Ashwin, we win a nail biter game that really only was a nail biter at the very end.
Yeah,
kind of ugly. How are you feeling?
121 to 120, a win's a win's a win's a win. As John Madden would say, you got to score more points than the opponent to win.
Yes,
Rest of
that is true. We did that too. Yeah. A lot to get into. We'll get into the tier list a little bit later as well. We will also, I forgot to mention, we will be doing a giveaway today. I have to do a giveaway because we have tickets for whatever it's called, Monday's game against the Knicks. So we will be doing that.
That ticker's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie. But you have to get the 50. Oh my God.
Look at this. Look at that. What the hell?
JJ is here on a momentous day. Also, we're going to first place.
I follow him on Reddit, and he hasn't posted in like 10 months.
Yeah.
That dude's been MIA. JJ, welcome back to the show.
JJ, sometimes I wish I could go MIA. Yes. Great. But a good win. It's good to come back. You know, the Pelicans. It is a depressing win. I will say this is kind of refreshing to see this kind of a game happen from the opposite perspective. How many times have we lost a big lead going into the fourth quarter?
Look at this game.
And oh my gosh, we got all the regulars here. We got Ian, we got JJ.
They just want tickets for the next game, man. They
want tickets. That's what it is. Tickets for the next game. Also, big shout out to Aston, who donated some tickets for us to give away at another stream. Insane. That's incredible.
You got to get an Aston emote in here.
We will get. There's an Aston emote in.
Type Aston for the giveaway.
Maybe that will be the giveaway. But no, it'll be like YouTube only lets me do 4 for now, so we have to have like more members to do more emojis or something. I don't know. It's dumb. The Discord has unlimited emojis, so just join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
But yeah, join the Discord. That's fun. Anyways, Towns kind of wins the game for us.
Towns wins the game for us. 48 minutes of Towns wins the game for us. I don't think we're at all in this game. We were barely in this game to begin with, but we had a nice dosage of Towns throughout, and just awful efficiency and execution from everyone else. And we managed to scrape by against a team who was on the back end of a back-to-back without Zion. Rest. Baby probably, right? Having a baby, right? Or something. So 121 to 120 versus the vacuum and the Valanciunas who travels on every freaking play. Like, I don't know. and a FIBA quitter. Like,
see, that is true. FIBA, he did quit. I didn't take that into consideration.
I think we have some massive questions for our team. I'm looking at the bench mob in specifics. What is that? That is just color in my browser.
For YouTube partners, surprise!
Whoa, that is awesome. Also, Cameron, you did that while doing a show live. Man, it's so many talents.
I'm actually editing photos from today too. We're up to everything. No.
Oh my God! I butchered an interview today. Let's go.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. Sensational defense by Jaden McDaniels at the end there. Brandon Ingram was so inefficient all game long. Got the master whistle from Scott Foster all game long as well.
Oh, yeah.
It went to the line a bunch. I will say this. It's hard for me to actually say these words, but we need wins like this.
Oh yeah.
Just keep the vibes moving, because we were looking something else. Like the Golden State game, the Phoenix game, coming into this game, how do we respond? Right? I'm just I was worried. I was really worried for this tonight, and I'm glad that we got the dub because no matter what came out of this victory, a win is really what matters. We can kind of talk about things, point fingers, and dissect this game, and we will as we always do. But it's just the main thing that mattered happened tonight, and
Yeah.
in unconvincing fashion.
It was definitely unconvincing fashion. I've always kind of said, when we were developing our players like Ant and Cat, it's always like it's good to get away with like learning while you're winning,
Yeah,
because
dude.
that's the thing that you need. And like in the past, it was less of like, oh, we need to be the first seed. It was more of just like, please God, let's get the 10th seed. But like, this is truly like this is a game where things were not working, things were ugly, and to be able to come out with a win is a win in itself. I mean, it's a possibility. If the Bucks beat Dallas tonight, we're in first place. So like that's a huge feeling
Whoa.
and
What?
momentum. That's a huge momentum for us when we don't feel that good right now. We'd be tied for first with and breaking the tiebreaker with Denver. So it's like, if we can do that, that's insane. So I love it. We're in a tough stretch of games too. We've had a lot of away games. Not that we were going to give ourselves the excuse tonight, but like, because Zion was out too. This is not some game to feel super proud of, but it's a game that you had to win, regardless of how ugly it got. So glad we could do
Yeah.
it. But
Looking at the Western Conference, what the hell? We are at the top 9-3 because we have the tiebreaker over Denver. It's 12 games in. It's like 10% of the season's done.
yeah,
It's meaningful. Everyone's meaningful. Some people are saying don't overthink how we win. We just won. It's fine. But I think we need to because
yeah,
there's some painful uh, things I saw throughout the game that like I have concerns, and I think we need to hopefully nip that in the butt somehow because what was our identity, what was our team concept and structure, where did that go?
yeah. I mean, we can't. This can't be like, oh yeah, this was fine. Like, there's no problem with this game because there were so many problems with this game. I mean, and honestly, looked pretty bad again until the fourth quarter. Somebody brought up, I can't remember if it was Discord or if it was even just like a chat here or even on Twitter, but somebody's like, I think it was actually Noah in first in the chats, by the way. Noah said something to the effect of like, Ant is just not in shape. And like, it's great to see him come to this like MVP level for the last 6 minutes. But where was that for the other 3.5 quarters? You know,
Mm.
um, and Cat was really good tonight. I mean, like he played really well. He had a crazy behind the back pass that would have been fine if Shake knew how to shoot. But let's go, Cat. Yes. Um, but yeah, uh, Jay, lots of foul. Just also just to touch on the fouling, both sides just gross fouling. I mean, this is like a typical Scott Foster game, but like just stupid fouls that shouldn't have been called, fouls that weren't fouls being called against both teams. Just gross.
This is a
Um,
Timberwolves stream. You got to be biased as hell. It was one sided only, Cameron. One sided.
uh, I don't know about that. I do think it was both, and it was just
I kid you.
disgusting.
I was kidding. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
um,
they really mucked this game up on their own terms. I could have let this game be like 2 hour game. Like let's
yeah.
let it just like run through with a shitty halftime performance. But instead they like really got involved and their face was like on the main stream as much as like Ant was.
You don't like the chair balancing act?
No.
I hate that. Just side note,
The
I
dude
hate it
was
so
70
much.
years old. What is he doing?
All it makes me think is I'm gonna watch a death here. Like this is
Mm.
terrifying. So I'm glad that's over with, and I wish he'd stop because he does it so often. Anyways,
Brandon Ingram with 30 and 7. Jonas Valanciunas with 26 and 11, and I think one of their like key contributors was the vacuum and the rookie Dyson Daniels and Jordan Hawkins with like total 28 combined. Crazy production from people that like you know they need anyone to step up, especially when they don't have CJ McCollum, they don't have Trey Murphy, they don't have Zion Williamson, and they're
Yeah.
just super inefficient. Like 1 through 15, they're so inefficient, and it's crazy.
I just to touch on this slightly, this is more like the emotional part of the game and less stat driven, but like, can we stop having these non 3-point shooters just shooting lights out against us?
Yeah,
Josh Okogie doubles his 3-point makes in one game against us last season, and then
Herb
a
Jones.
27% three-point shooter
Mhm.
buries 2 or 3 or something like that. And it's like
Yeah.
also on top of that, there's got to be a stat someplace, but I swear Timberwolves opponents shoot the highest 3-point percentage when they have open threes. There's just no doubt. Every time it's open, swish. No doubt about it. It drives me insane. But yes, thank you. We should
JJ.
be catching up on comments. I'm so
Yeah,
bad.
let's do that. I'm because I'm trying to like refresh my browser for stats here.
Yeah.
I don't have them in my head. They're just like printed for me to just recite. But anyways, I'm not that smart. JJ with the comment about the halftime dude because it matters for sure. Let me talk about. We want to talk about this game for sure, and I want to bring up some like key topics. I wrote them down, so we gotta talk about them because I wrote them. I put the
Oh,
time in for the
yes,
show.
you did. I love it. Better than me.
All right, coming into this game, 18th in on offense, points per game. We're second on defense. Doesn't feel as good as first. Doesn't have the same ringtone, right? 17th in pace. All right, so we're 18th in offense, 17th in pace, 19th in offensive rating. Our rebounding. Well, okay, what were our themes for the season? We're going to be big. We're going to play big. We're going to play the trees. We're going to double down on our bigs by signing Nas even, right? We're going to play slow mo and Nas and Cat at the same time. But pace is like garbage. Our rebounding is garbage. We got out rebounded by trash cans tonight. And our shot selection, another thing that was like prescribed or like inserted by like Ryan Saunders were these like fucking percentage points on the court. So then you have to like when you're shooting like what percentage of efficiency are you doing? And so we're getting really excited about the long twos now again, and like the middies and floaters that are not going anywhere. And where is our 3-point shooting? Like I remember the last Pelicans game, we were like emphasizing the 3-point shot, and it was really nice to see, right? Whoa, more color in our
I know
stream.
it's
Look at
gonna
that.
throw us off. Sorry, everybody. This is like weird. Thank you, Marcus, for the
Thank you,
super
Marcus.
sticker. I don't even know what a super sticker is, but thank you.
Our first.
Our first super sticker.
All
We're
we're gonna plan on doing with this, whatever donations we get, is we're gonna just flood it back to you guys.
Yeah, giveaways,
for
man.
giveaways and merch.
Yep.
Our plans, all of our off-season plans that we talked about in our off-season content,
Yes,
coming
all
into
of
fruition.
that.
Okay. And also
But
one
yeah.
more thing, and I feel like I'm just like on a grandstand here, and I'm so sorry, Cameron.
Do
the
it.
last thing I was like, our bench, right? Like, didn't we like have an identity for this season with like defensive identity with a strong bench play, and like our bench is going to be shoring up all of our miscues from preseasons past with like the Noels and the Bryn Forbes and the other crap. Man, our bench, like outside of like tonight, was like bubkiss, man. Like they were F tier, and
Yeah.
our tempo is off, our pace is off, and our bigs. Where's the rebounding? It's like, so tonight, let's like kind of reestablish ourselves, reestablish our identity, and I don't think we saw any of that.
No. Yeah, two things that you touched on that I think are super, super like top of mind for me is the bench, just like you mentioned. I think the past 2 seasons, you and I have come into the season and been like, this is the best bench the Timberwolves have ever had. And then immediately they stink it up like the worst Timberwolves benches we've ever had. And then 2, the 3-point shots. We've lost it completely. And not only that, we're getting the ball behind the 3-point line, but then it's like we just hesitate and we're not taking that shot. And I think that's because a lot of the time recently we've been down in the first quarter. So we get nervous and we don't want to take a hero shot of a 3 and then have it miss and then boom, fast break the other way. And then we're down by 10 instead of, like just like a 3-point game or, stuff like that just happens. So, but yes, and with 2 bad games in a row, maybe more. That might actually be 2 or 3, maybe even I can't remember if it was 4. I think it's been 3 though. But either way, it's been 2 really bad games in a row.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need playoff Anthony Edwards. There is the only little smidge of like wiggle room I want to give him is that, we had him at an MVP level in the beginning of the season, which is clearly maybe unsustainable for him. And players do need some amount of rest games, and I don't mean physically out of the game, but just like less engaged games. But I do think that this is something that we should be concerned about. What? Why are you saying yes, Cameron?
Because Cameron in chat, does he have time to run to Taco Bell before the dude? We're just like,
yeah.
we're waiting for you to get back. We're not gonna start anything. We're just sitting here waiting for you.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Get your cheesy gordita.
But now, see, the problem is that now if Cameron gets it, it's an inside job somehow, and it's like,
I don't know, man.
But anyways, yes, you still have time. By the way, like the stream. We're already halfway there. I think we're at 24 likes. So if we get to 50, we'll do the giveaway. We might do it. But we'll see. Anyways, well, do you want to get into the tier list, or do you want to?
Yeah, I do.
Answer some comments. Okay.
Oh, we can do
tier list. We can do both. Maybe we catch up on some comments while I start getting us to the right spot. Bingo, bango.
Yeah, I like it. Jaredo. I also always love whenever Jaredo shows up in comments. We can't rely on Ant every game. Others need to step up like Cat did tonight. It's so relieving that like when Ant has a bad game, right? We have others that do step up, and we can't like we used to kind of like hope, roll the dice, pray, right? Cat's in foul trouble or whatever nonsense. Like, yeah, he wasn't tonight, but like at least he came to play tonight, right? Like sometimes his emotions kind of get to the best of him, and like the season also another like another like rule I felt was like being professional, like kind of like turning the lights off when you leave the room, like don't leave the stray is what I'm trying to say. And we got a pretty like wild characterful like theatrical Cat tonight, and he was 10 for 11 from the floor, by the way.
I saw that. I couldn't believe it.
I was like not expecting this type of performance from Cat tonight. But the other heroes I thought was like Jade McDaniels with like timely offensive possessions in the first quarter where we were like scrapping by, just barely getting by. Gobert with key like kind of like positioning, just being tall and burly and getting to the rim, get those offensive boards and or get to the line, even though he missed a bunch. It doesn't matter. And I would say, yeah, like the Shake Milton kind of first half kind of like he got like 8 quick points, which was nice, but then he was just like an absolute dud. But those like kind of others to kind of supplement, like when Ant wasn't getting his shot going, or Ant was just not really aggressive or getting to the line at all, really helps, really stems the bleeding or stems any sort of like kind of like potential or kind of like obvious output that we were supposed to get from our stars, so it helps.
It does. Cameron's decided to wait. Yeah. Can Kyle Anderson get? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Where was it? Can Kyle Anderson get a second get us a back part? See, I don't know. I don't know what to do because Kyle. I actually kind of like Kyle tonight, to be honest. He was back to closer to what do I expect, but we can't rely on Shake. We can't. Yeah. So, but that's also Baby Mac is out too. There's just a lot to it. Go ahead.
No. I love. We got to talk about Baby Mac. I got 2 more comments before we can start to the tier list. One is Brandon E. What's up, Brandon E? I'm a Cat hater, and I do not apologize about it. However, I'm eating my words lately because if it wasn't for Cat playing as well as he has during Ant Edwards' slump, he's been crucial. As well as Gerald, probably the true MVP of tonight.
Gerald is the MVP tonight.
He bounced. He bounced from this game. It was a 15-point game. He's like, peace out, homies. And then we started like a 7-point comeback, not hit like 5 points. And then like Ant hit a 3. I think he had a shit 3, and then he had another 3.
Yeah.
And then like Cat kind of popped off as well. So
I will say Gerald had some self-awareness and said, if I leave, maybe we'll win. So shout out Gerald. You're the reason we won tonight. Okay. Want to get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do Shake first because I'm mad.
Shake Milton with the chocolate milkshake tonight. 16 minutes, 8 points, a couple fouls. That's all. That's all I can really want to talk about. 8 points in 16 minutes. Like, honestly, like, that's fine, but he was a team worst negative 16 plus minus.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because I almost feel like this was better than I expected, but this is terrible. Because he hit a couple shots, which I did not expect. But it's just like every time he comes in, the other team goes on runs. He looks lost. It looks like he doesn't even know how to play basketball. Like I said in the Discord the other day, he's like, I think I was saying this about Shake. He looks like a slightly in shape pedestrian. Like he just is not, he does not look like a basketball player out there at many times. And then he got the behind the back pass from Towns, which he was wide open for a layup. And then he does this crazy like up and under where he couldn't even get the ball out of his hands. It's terrible. I think it's Wancho. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Glenn Taylor. I meant to say Glenn Taylor, and then I said Wancho out loud.
I'm down. Also, interesting commentary from our Facebook viewer, Frank Feathers.
Facebook is a different beast.
I love it.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Come over to YouTube. Come on.
You don't have to be here. I guess
we didn't make you come here.
I think he wants tickets to the next game though. But
yeah, you're not winning them. Mm-hmm. Sorry, bud.
And Cite says, "Old Wolves lose this game." As we transition to the next bench mob, Naz Reid, after being one of the top billing bench players in the NBA after like 6 or 7 games, I don't know what's happened. In 18 minutes, 8 points. Like, that's great. We got some offense. But holy crap, we can't get a rebound when he's on the court. And his spacing is great and everything. But he can't defend anymore. Like, he's asked to do a lot now. He's asked to guard the 3, the 4, and the 5 sometimes. But like his guarding, his boxing out, his basic fundamentals are just off. I don't want 8 points from Naz Reid. I want a plus minus positive, and I want to see him produce in those minutes. And I just haven't seen it, and I haven't seen it for a few games now. And he's been bad, relegating to like rookie years, like early season where he just was like a foul prone machine. At least he's hitting the threes, does space us out, does allow our bigs to get some rest. But like I think a D for Naz Reid.
Borderline Wancho, maybe Anthony Hollis tier, as Jay says. Yeah, I almost feel bad putting him in D because it's like realistically, what we need and expect out of him after this contract is we need a positive on the floor. This is like every game for the past like 3 or 4 games, maybe even longer. He has been not great. We need like 16 points, not 8. And maybe 16 is asking a little too much, but like 2 of 8, we can't have 2 of 8. If you're going to take 8 shots, I don't know. Feels like we got to be making 50% of them. I know that's a high bar, but like that's what he was closer to doing that last year. So I don't know.
Jared agrees with us. And JJ, I almost put you in timeout. Sorry, by accident. You just left. There's like buttons, and you can accidentally press buttons, and I didn't almost messed up. Okay. Gorilla nuts himself. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 18 minutes, 10 points, 4 for 7 from the floor. Key threes down the stretch, especially that 5-point swing that really kept us like afloat when we had none of our starters out there really. 2 for 4 from 3. I would say solid D all throughout. My main thing is where our bench looked lacking, he came to fight for us. And I thought this is like a B level game for Nah.
Yeah, I'm B or even A. When you said a solid D all game long, I legit thought you were going to give him a D. And I was like, what? No. Yeah, I mean, I'm at least a B. I don't know if I should go all the way to A. Well, Mason says A. But he did kind of lead the comeback too. I mean, his defense definitely was huge. Also, just as a side note, it's so nice to see that Shake is like somewhat back to the playoff level that we had him last year. Like there were times earlier this season where we were legit like, was that just like a 10-game spurt and that was it? Like he's done. Um, but no, he seems back. He looks good. This was a revenge game against the Pelicans for him. Um, but yeah, I think this was a really solid game. I guess I'm really trying to debate in my head if he's an A or a B, but he did only play 17 minutes, right? Is my stats right? That doesn't seem right.
It
That
doesn't
seems
seem
crazy.
right, and I was gonna say Sabrina, like he said a couple names that
That's
weren't the
right.
same, but yeah, he meant Nikhil.
What did I
Yeah,
say?
you said Shake a couple times. It's all good.
Oh, I'm reading chat too much.
Yeah,
Um,
it's chill. I'm comfortable with whatever grade you give him, and also, yeah, It's weird to see only 18 or so minutes from him, but that's because like our guards, like Conley and Jaden were like not I wouldn't say less so Conley, but Jaden was so critical out there. Like he was not coming up, you know.
I like the threes from not
And
Shake.
Ian, not A because he added 10 New Jerseys to his collection pat post game. What?
I missed post game.
Okay.
Oh, did he do jersey swaps with people or something? And
Oh,
he got like 10 jerseys or something.
cool. All right. Well, that's cool, I guess.
Yes. Okay.
Tycoon. This is so interesting. I wasn't like going to like. I'm not even prepared to talk about like Josh Minot. I really like don't even know like what his
Yeah.
potential is on our team. But like, yeah, when we are down 15, like kind of restless, looking for something. I wouldn't mind trying something out. But like, I guess we got to trust in Finch in our flow system here. But Na was a solid B, if not an A. I'll let you determine that. Uh,
He's at
and
a
then
B.
and then slow mo. I wrote this down. Slow mo last year looked like the MVP of our team at times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I'm lost when slow mo's out there now. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know his role anymore. He's supposed to be this like efficient, like you know, assistant to the point guard, assistant to the head coach, and kind of like this like calming presence. But when like we're running the shot clock down, and with like 6 seconds to go, we pass to slow mo, and he just like
Mhm.
chalks up another 5 seconds trying to get to his action or trying to move the ball slowly, and it really like kind of hurries us in a weird way. His shot putting slash push shots in the middle is always gravy, and he can run a system well, but like we really relied on him heavily last year, and he looked like a godsend because we didn't have Cat, you know. And Cat's his passing, we'll talk about it in a minute, was
Yeah.
unbelievable tonight. You know, it was like he could have gone a triple double if he really cared about rebounding. But like slow mo tonight, I need a fuck ton more from him. And I don't know, like in a game where like he's a vet, he's like just like put this game away, you know. He wasn't there for us. I just maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm seeing a different game than you all are, but like I'm expecting so much more from slow mo, and I'm just not getting it. And
I'm
I'm
with you in this expecting more, but I also think that in just particular this game, I think he was closer to not the slow mo that we thought was like the MVP of our team last year, but I do think he was really he was better tonight. He had the push shots that were working. And I felt anyways, I was of course when I'm paying attention to the game, obviously I think like most people, I'm paying attention to most of our major guys. I'm seeing what Rudy's doing. I'm seeing what kind of if Ant is standing in the corner with his hands on his hips or if he's moving. I'm looking at Town, seeing how much he's fighting with people. So like the one of the last things that I'm probably looking at is Kyle. But with Kyle, I don't know. Tonight felt better to me. It's just a feeling. I don't have any good stats to really back that up, but tonight didn't feel as bad as it has this
mm,
season for me.
wow. I didn't really see anything out of him in FIBA.
Ooh.
I was kind of curious, like what, like
Yeah.
it's cool that he did it, like, and also just like
Mhm.
tribute to his family and everything. That's really fun. I didn't know what he was doing. He was probably the best player in China, but like for his team, I didn't see anything. But like the offseason was pretty probably like could he even play again for some reason? Like that was like in his thoughts, right? Like while he's getting his eye surgery and getting recovering and it's kind of scary. And like his glasses aren't doing him any favors because they keep fucking falling off. He's hesitant out there. He's not confident. I don't think he's running well, running the team well, and even his passes to Gobert, like he was supposed to be the Gobert whisperer. At times he is, and he's not consistent out there. And all right, I'm done like kind of poo pooing on slow mo. He's a C, if not like a D-Lo, a slow mo tonight. I don't know. JJ kind of mentioned it a little bit ago about like he looked like a godsend because Cat was out, but also because D'Lo was out there. Like D'Lo was aggressive and turnover prone and like trigger happy, and slow mo kind of actually ran an offense. Right, D'Lo couldn't pass the Gobert. We're trying to trust in our bigs, and we couldn't do anything. So like slow mo probably looked better because of like the gaps in our actual team. Now that we have like a more composed roster, I don't think he's getting exposed, but he's potentially redundant at times or like not providing anything kind of stable. So more to come on that. Someone said could we pop him, trade him for like a point guard? Ooh, I'm interested and I'm listening, but I don't think we should make any moves like right now.
Yes, sorry, my mic is muted. Yes, I don't know who we would. I can't think of a single player that would be available right now. I think something like that probably doesn't happen until closer to the trade deadline, if it happens at all, because then by that time, maybe some teams are selling some point guards or selling some pieces in general. But at the moment, I feel like there's nobody. But yeah, I can't think of this. I was trying to think of the saying. You're only like you, you're only as good as the people surrounding you. There's some saying that I can't remember, but there's like, like if there's people around you that are terrible, you're gonna look amazing. And that's like the perfect way that you said it perfectly. And I said it terribly, just like always.
No, that was great. When people
But
around you are terrible, you're gonna look wonderful. Like that's what he
yeah,
was last year. That's awesome. That
yeah.
you couldn't have said it better yourself, and you fucking doubted
Big
yourself.
fish, small pond. I don't know. There's a lot of different sayings that
10
we could
toes
go off
down.
of. 10 toes down, I got big feet. Um, who's up next?
Well, we're tiered to the starters, and don't forget to like,
Ooh.
share, subscribe, comment below.
We're only like 17 likes away from the giveaway that
Wow, that's crazy. And we're also
won't
just a
definitely
couple
won't
more,
happen.
and we're also and we're also just a couple minutes away from knowing if we are the 1 seed, 12 games
Yeah.
in. With Milwaukee having a 125 to 117 lead over Dallas.
Oh, you
Dallas
have
has
more
been a
updated.
very, very surprising team for me this year. I will say that much. Didn't think that
Yeah. I thought they'd be in
Grant
shambles this
Williams,
year.
Grant Williams, and the rookie center would be like
Yeah.
the reason why they're like obviously it's Doncic and everything, but okay. Um, I want to start with the smallest elephant in the room. Mike Conley, 30 minutes, 2 for 8 from the floor, 5 points,
Bite bite.
like like an ant bite, right?
Yeah.
5 assists, sure. 3 turnovers. Uh,
Ugh.
dare I say his worst game as in a Timberwolves jersey so far this season, maybe since when we recruited him. Like I was watching him play, shoot like shit, but also just like not playing an aggressive style, not pushing the pace, not pushing the ball to the right players. He was just slowing down the tempo and like trying to get out of the way. That's cool and all, but and like kind of when those like desperation like possessions happen, like you would get the shot or whatever. That's whatever.
Mhm.
We can't have that because our team gets so surprisingly basic when he's not running a flow, when he's not running an offensive
Yeah.
set, when he's not doing anything really. There was a comment in chat. I think even Gerald was like, he said yes to it. I forgot who said it, maybe Noah or something. Who said like, what if we just like switch up the starting lineup and put Na out there? Na's been like playing his ass off, and
Mhm.
Conley's been kind of really like showing his age. Um, honestly, like, what if we shake it up a bit because we need more pace, we need more defensive acuity, and like honestly, like I would kind of be all for it. I'm giving
I
Conley a D-Lo, by the way.
I think I think it's a D. For me, I think I said this in a previous stream. Mike, I feel like he's either B or D, and there's nothing else he can be. Like I almost expect it's either like he has a pretty good average game or he has a bad average game. Although maybe tonight was worse. I don't know. I agree with D though. I think this was bad. This was one of those games where it just doesn't seem like it's working, and maybe you're right. Maybe Nah is a good little shakeup um, to throw into the lineup just to try it out. I don't know. I don't assume that Mike is somebody that is like super prideful about being a starter necessarily, and I think he'd probably take something like that better than most in the league.
You're right.
But I mean, obviously Finch knows those relationships and what people expect and all that stuff. But also, there's a bunch of behind the scenes things with that because then it's like, okay, well, if we're putting Na in a starter role and he's only making 4 mil this year, then next year we have to pay him 15. So there's just like a lot of weird things. But you may run like Mays, but get hit like shit. I don't.
I
give a
highlighted
shit.
this because I was just gonna take a stab. Is that a baseball reference? And then that's it.
Willie Mays thing.
That's it. I don't know.
I,
I
I,
don't know
I have
another
no idea.
maze.
Maybe it was Mavs. I don't know. Mavs are down 6, by the way. Yeah,
Cool.
I think it's a D. I put him in D.
Big boy. Bench Mike is crazy. This is the kind of take you feel real dumb having 1 week later.
Shut up, big boy.
He's right. He's right. But we gotta say it. And
Yeah.
K Brewers shutting us down, and he's probably right. I don't think he's starting now over Conley. It's just like I don't know. I think we need.
We're just getting feisty. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Let us play around a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like why do we have these starts to get after like several days of rest? We got to New Orleans like right after that game in Phoenix, and
we were tired.
Well, we're tired.
We're tired. We took too many naps.
Yeah.
It's both with the Timberwolves. It's a back-to-back is too soon, and then 2 days off is too many days off. Like there's no. It has to be every other thing.
Quote from
Sorry,
Major League.
I'm not a cultured person. I haven't watched movies, so I know nothing.
What's up, Drew Nagy? What a fucking Winsky. Rudy Gobert, 26 minutes, 11 points, 11 rebounds, the double-double. He hit. Oh wait, whoa! I'm looking at through three quarters numbers. 17 points. Sorry, 11 rebounds.
I was like, that's not what I have.
A couple steals, a block, and most notably 7 for 10 from the free throw line after being, I don't know, like nothing in the previous games from the free throw line. And you know what I really love? That we have a big that passes to another big for dunks. Do you remember when our team like absolutely refused to dunk? Like years had gone before someone had dunked.
Yes.
Like Al Jefferson couldn't dunk. Kevin Love couldn't dunk. Who could dunk on our team? Gerald Green in the dunk contest.
That's it.
That was it. Oh, Zach Green in the dunk contest. Sorry, my God.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins in his rookie season. Okay, sorry. Rudy Gobert. I'm giving him a B. Nothing outstanding, but he played his role. He played his part. He didn't get in the way, and I thought he was kind of fantastic down the stretch. Honestly, that's crazy to say because, like, I don't know, like he's been such a stout identity definer for our team all year. So I can't really like fault him for when he has like shit performances. He haven't really had a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
Despite
I agree. Yeah, I mean, well, he did have a bad game, just like a game or two game, but that was the only one. Every other game, like he has such a high floor for how bad a game can be because he's gonna have a lot of rebounds because he's 7'4", and he's gonna get a lot. He should get a lot of lobs, assuming Towns plays. And that happened tonight. I think he was pretty good tonight. It is a little concerning, every time I was gonna put, I have 2 tweets ready at the end of every game. One is a win tweet. And one is a lose tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Our lose tweet tonight was Jonas every time he plays the Timberwolves, and it was that picture of Wilt Chamberlain with like 57 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists, 10 steals, 10 blocks, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's how he is. Every game against us, he's getting 20 and 20 or something crazy. I don't actually know what he got tonight, but it just feels like he kills us every single time. Also, I guess this maybe should take a point away from Rudy. He attempted a long 2 that was a borderline 3.
That was a 3.
Was it a 3? Okay.
Yeah.
That early in the game, I don't care how open you are. We're not trying that. That's a we're up by 20 in the fourth quarter and you're about to get pulled kind of a thing. That's when you pull that out. It was better than I thought it would be, but I'm not about it. So
you're right. It was a long 2. One, I would say, yeah. Someone said he missed 2 free throws down the stretch. That was
Yeah, that
bad.
too.
But only 2 offensive rebounds. Yeah, maybe he's not in the right positions for those offensive rebounds. Maybe his hands are being held or something. Because I did see that a couple times. I don't know. 13 offensive rebounds for the Pelicans in this game. 5 offensive rebounds for the Trees and for Minnesota. Um, those hardwood pines themselves. I don't know, man. Like, nothing really too hard to complain about this game, other than like he's running the ball. He's running really well too. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's awesome to see. Just could have had a better game and like kind of like kicked Jonas Valanciunas out of this game. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I'm also box score watching, and with
Yep, me too.
29 seconds, man, I'm just distracted while I'm talking, which is kind of interesting. But like, yeah, Milwaukee up 7, and Golden State kind of losing their lead against the OKC. Interesting stuff. Wild also that like Zach LaVine and trade rumors already. By the way, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, nutty to see. Jaden McDaniels, 33 minutes, 12 points. A bunch of little stats here that didn't really matter. No steals, no blocks, but notably, he didn't get into foul trouble all game, and was a 8 plus or minus on the. I don't even know why I'm talking about that. But just awesome first quarter pressure from him. Like, he was so necessary that first quarter to just kind of keep us afloat. I'm giving him like his defense down the stretch was unbelievable, so like an automatic B for that. But like
Mhm.
he made Brandon Ingram work for everything. And when he wasn't on Ingram, when Ingram was on the bench, he was on Dyson Daniels, and he was on even like the Hawkins dude, the rookie. So like, you know, like he can do it all. He's so reliable on that end when he's not in foul trouble. Like, I'm just gonna give him a B, and I'll shut up. Sorry.
I think a B is fair. It's funny. I had to double check when you said this because I was like, did he really only have 3 fouls? I, I thought he was close to fouling out the entire time for some reason. By the way, breaking news: the
Mm.
Timberwolves are in first place.
Thank you,
First
Gerald. Thank
place.
you, Gerald.
Gerald, this is for you. 52 wins. No, seriously, that's a crazy accomplishment. I know we're barely into the season. Well, we're like an eighth of the way through the season or so. Um, but that is huge. Just think last year we were like 3-8 or something, and we were
Yeah.
devastated. We are now 9-3 and in first place, and we've beat the 2 other best teams in the league, probably. Crazy, crazy. Anyways, we for those of you that are just joining, because I saw everybody after the Mavs game joined, we will be doing the giveaway very shortly. We're just about done with the tier list, so we'll be doing that giveaway. Stick around, like the stream. But yes, who is up next in the
Boom.
tier list? Or were you talking? We were talking about Jaden. We were already talking about Jaden. Yeah, I think Jaden's a B tonight too. I agree with that. Honestly, the defense at the end of the game almost makes me want to give him an A. But man, that is great news. Reminder: our complaints are first world problems.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird to talk about our team after a 7-game win streak, right? Like,
Yeah,
and then Nick picked some shit and like put someone in a D tier because of like things we saw, just like
yeah.
some subjective stuff we saw. But like,
Mhm.
yeah, like 82 games, we got to keep piling on wins. We got to find our flow and peak at the right time. Like, I was
Mhm.
somewhat worried that we were peaking early, and then we were going to point fingers in mid-December after the in-season tournament loss, right? And we were like, oh no, what happened to our banners?
Yeah.
And relegate to finger pointing and inefficiencies. And I'm glad that we're still kind of finding a way to win through off rhythm nights. Like the Golden State win was awesome, and tonight as well. I actually didn't watch the Phoenix game at all, and maybe for a good reason, or like for like whatever, get that crap out of our heads. It was nice to bounce back and find something in this game. Okay, Anthony Edwards, 30 minutes, which is super low.
Yeah.
That's because he fouls out tonight.
Yeah.
23 points on like borderline inefficiency, but 9 for 19 from the floor. If you look at his shot chart, it was like literally a scatter plot. He didn't really know where to go. He
Yeah.
didn't get to the line, so like nothing except for a couple easy drives. He shot 5 for 10 from 3, which is awesome.
I'm just seeing these numbers and I'm just as shocked as you. I'm like, what? This is
What?
crazy. I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that. I kind of want those to be like Towns shots from 3.
Yeah.
And I want like Edwards to be driving the rim. Anywho, that's okay. Couple turnovers, couple assists. That's great. Rebounds. Like he's doing a lot of little things that help, and he gets really aggressive defensively, which is just amazing. And then like the foul trouble. We can't see this from our star player when we shouldn't see this from our star player. What the hell, Scott Foster? It doesn't matter. I don't know what to grade him, so I'm going to cede it to you.
That's perfect because I know exactly what I'm going to grade him. I think it was a Wancho until he came alive in the fourth quarter. So I think it's a D. We have high expectations for Ant. As that all of you know, we have been very critical of Karl Anthony Towns throughout the past couple of years because of the same issue. Well, not same issues, but like, Ant was not present like he needs to be for most of the game today. And of course, he came alive and hit some shots. Some were miracle shots. But that's what we need. We need that level of dedication and effort the entire game. And he just looks lost for 3.5 quarters, and then he finally was able to put some buckets in. I know that's very much simplifying it, but like that is what happened. The 9 of 19 and 5 of 10 shooting, like that seems crazy to me because of how terrible this game felt for Ant. So I think it's a D. I think we expect more from Ant. We would expect him to be the one in. I mean, he fouled out of the game, and that last foul, although it's a stupid foul, it makes sense. It is a foul.
It was a stupid foul.
Yeah, like he got away with one that if you get away with it, you kind of have to ease up, and he didn't. He just kept going at it, and it's like in a normal situation he may have gotten away with that foul, but if there was two little instances right before then where he kind of got into Brandon Ingram too much, and it's like the ref is not going to sit there and let Ant foul him 3 times. So like I don't know. Anyways, long-winded explanation as to why I think he's D tier.
Like borderline Wancho, because like why are you doing that when like you have 5 fouls and it's Brandon Ingram, king of inefficiency, and he doesn't shoot from anywhere beyond like the 3-point line with any rhythm. So like he had that really stupid fucking like I don't know, circus shot that banked off the rim to like tie the game or something at 101 or something like that. But like I don't know. Edwards, my man, the fame, has it gotten to you? Has the shoe gotten to you? Were you wearing your shoes tonight? Someone said in the comments, Charlie says, are you just missing home cooking? Are you missing your Aunt Judy? Are you missing your babe? Your dogs, it's the home life. First Ave. He loves First Ave, right? And no, I mean, he had that really controversial statement about people out tonight.
I was just agreeing with you, whatever. Was that First Ave? I thought that was out of the gay 90s or whatever.
I just kind of blanket statement. I haven't been in Minnesota in like 10 years, right? So
I have no clue. We're just talking. We're just talking.
We're just talking. Oh, Ant needs to like give the game ball, give all the balls. I don't know what I'm saying to the other team, like other teammates, and the game ball, of course, goes to Karl Anthony Towns tonight in 33 minutes. Also because of foul trouble, but damn near perfect game. Never have said that in the history of Karl Anthony Towns.
Literally almost perfect. I mean, like he was 10 of 11 shooting. He was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Like statistically, near perfect game.
29 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 block shots, 10 for 11 from the floor, as you said. Perfect from 3. Near perfect from the free throw line. And when we needed him most, he was there.
He came through.
He was cocky all night long. He was quite a character.
He was talking to people on the court side, like he was. Yeah, and then he had the play where he went over to Jim Pete and he's like, "Watch this," and then they proceeded to drop a play that broke down, and then Ant just chucked like a 30-foot three, and missed.
12 points in the fourth quarter, man.
Huge.
By the way, 10 points for Ant in the fourth quarter. That kind of redeems himself for being Glenn Taylor tonight, honestly. Cat was sensational. 10 toes down. Only missed. Go ahead.
I was just looking at
Dude, that stadium was so empty. It reminded me of like I wrote I actually wrote this down. It reminded me of Can't Snoopy. They were flooding noise into the broadcast. Like
Oh,
people were
really?
going down like roller coasters. They're like, like don't clip that, please.
Oh, that's getting clipped and put into the Discord.
Uh, anyways, now I've lost myself here.
Cat is an
Yeah,
A. I
Cat's an
think,
A.
yeah, it was a fantastic game. Also, to kind of like add to it, this is more than just tonight. But like he's been playing really well as of late. I do think we brought up some valid points in the Discord. Shout out to Discord.
Yeah,
But it does seem like we're still running into the issue of Ant and Cat both can't have a good game simultaneously. I think we have had like one or two this season, which is better than last season. But still, like tonight seemed like that situation where it's like, oh well, Ant, does he defer or does Cat defer or like who takes over? And then we always choose the one that's not hot. And then it's like, okay, well now we have to go back and have to adjust. It's just weird. Um, yeah, and yeah, no, it can't be A1. This isn't a game that I'm going to forget this game. I hope I forget this game
I hope I
because
forget this
this
game. Yeah.
this was a relatively terrible game. I mean, in general, but like for Towns, like he had a really good game, but not to the same level of A1. So I agree with you, Noah. Um, yeah, but A,
And yeah, A for Cat, awesome shit from him. I need more of this, honestly. I agree with your point about, and I think we were talking about this in Discord, as you said, about like Cat and Ant haven't found a rhythm together as well as apart. And Cat and Gobert have found some rhythm. You know, I love that 9 assists. Dear God, he was so pass happy. I was watching box scores when my stream was completely dead, and he was just passing, just like that's all he was doing, like 5 assists in the first quarter. That's crazy. And I like that version of Cat, but I really need a 3 point happy, trigger happy Cat, because we need to just blow teams out. I don't need to see like fun plays here and there. I need to see a team blowing out teams that they need to and want to, and it should ultimately. We can't scrape by 121 to 120 at a team like the Pelicans on the end of a back to back. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, but
exactly.
it's fine to win, even despite all that. But okay, cool. 75 viewers. God, it's so cool to see this like community grow the way it has
Yeah,
been organically with giveaways. I mean, and we're above 600. We're above 600 subs, which is just you guys
yeah.
and our alternate accounts hitting the hitting
all
the thumb.
all 500 of them.
Yeah.
No, we've gained 200 subscribers in the last month. That's crazy. That's crazy. Welcome to all of you that are new. And we're only 3 or 4 likes shy of a giveaway, is true. So like the stream, and we're pretty much at giveaway time. So if we can get a couple more likes, we're there. One more like, that's all we need. We're done with the tier list, right? We don't have anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
I took the last couple days off from like kind of digesting Wolves nonsense. Like I would read forum after different forum after article after Zach Lowe's like top things he loves about Ant and like MVP ratings for the in-season tournament. Apparently, Cat is in top 5 consideration.
which is like, well, I mean, it's not wrong, but it's hilarious.
And Bill Simmons was talking about us. Ryan Russillo was like regretting his like James Wiseman over Ant talk. Has the media hype gotten to us?
I think so. Here's one thing I do think that has happened. I think the media hype has gotten to other teams, and other teams are taking us very, very seriously every game. And they're game planning against us, trying to take Ant out of it, trying to take because that's why Cat's been able to have some games because Ant has been taken out by some defenses. Tonight, a little bit more just Ant taking himself out of the game. But no, I do think in some ways, maybe. I think we've maybe eased up a little bit too because we're like, oh, we're doing well. Like we're in like, over the last couple games, even though we've won some, it doesn't necessarily feel like we've been amazing. So like and now we're in first place. So now I'll be very curious to see what happens in the next game, which speaking of which, great question, Noah. I believe we play the Knicks on Monday.
Whoa.
If I am correct. And the Knicks are also on a little bit of a streak right now. They've been playing well. I think they've won like 3 or 4 in a row, something like that. But
with
we
Julius
go into
Randle
Homestead.
being like worst of all time. Like he's been worse than
he has not been good.
worse than his rookie season.
Not been good. So okay. Well, where it's 54 likes. So we hit it. Everybody chat. Everybody clap.
Everybody chat.
Everybody chat in the chat. Chat in the clap in the chat. All right. We have tickets for that Knicks game that we were talking about. I'll woo it up. I think it's on mute.
Yeah, I put it on mute because you were talking.
Okay, thank you. But yes. New woo. What's the new thing?
Oh, we missed it already. Here, it's coming. It's from our preseason. It's that.
Oh,
the time when he
yes.
wore. I feel like that's borderline offensive. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know. But Cameron's here. Cameron's back from Taco Bell if you went. Okay. Giveaway time. We're not going to do Aston as the keyword tonight because these are technically not the tickets that Aston gave me. We'll do that for the tickets that Aston gave me, which are an in-season tournament game, even better. But this is for the Knicks on Monday. As always, rules, everybody. 1, you have to be subscribed to the channel. I don't think you can win if you can't. I think that's how I have it set. So you have to be subscribed to the channel. Obviously, like the stream. And the main thing, after I give you this keyword to type into chat, we're going to only take a couple minutes to select the winner. You have to message me on Twitter or Discord like immediately. If we don't hear from you within like 2 minutes of you winning, we're moving on to another person. Okay? Rules. We get it. Everybody understands. Here's the game-winning play brought to you by Streamable. Boom.
Boom.
Cat. Okay. Let's do for the keyword tonight. And maybe we'll just be timely, and maybe this is a bad one. No, we're just going to do the same one that we always do. I think this makes sense. Wolves After Dark in the chat. All one word. Just Wolves After Dark. Doesn't matter capitals. Just let me put it in there for everybody to see. Wolves After Dark, spelled just like I put that in the. Yep, Noah's got it right. Put that in the chat. Cameron's here. AJ's here. Let's do it. We're not rolling yet. I want to get some people in there. Okay. We are. Look at all these. And Cameron, I think it only works once. If you do it twice, it doesn't do anything extra.
I like your accent.
So.
Sorry. It's awesome seeing all this, guys. Anthony Goodwords, Travis Scanlon, Will O. Will the letter O, or Kumar 638. I hope you're one of us. Never mind.
Okay, we've got 10 seconds. 10 seconds to get Wolves After Dark in, and then we're drawing. Yeah, Jared, you've already won. Was it 2 Mondays game as well? I didn't even realize I gave away 2 Knicks tickets. I'm stupid. Okay. Gorilla Bite, Soundbite. We'll get that here in a second. Wolves After Dark in the chat. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Here we go. Rolling in 3, 2, 1. Winner is it going to do it? It's not going to put it in a chat.
AJ Bates.
AJ Bates won the giveaway. AJ, please DM me someplace ASAP. Preferably Twitter.
Hey, look at this guy.
Also, actually, if you can put your Twitter in the chat just so I can verify that it actually is you, that would be fantastic. Good. I like to see an extra comment. That's perfect. So if you could put either your Twitter or your Discord name in the chat too, just so that we can somehow know it's you. But we'll be doing more giveaways. For those of you that are still here, we're going to do giveaways. I've got tickets for kind of a lot of games coming up. Aston donated some. We got that. AJ went to Debo. We got a lot going on here. So Taco Bell, here we come. So please subscribe to the channel. Okay, perfect. That's your Twitter, I assume.
AJ Bates the second.
Oh, I gotcha. I'm gonna DM you.
Awesome. Congrats, AJ. That's so cool.
Also, shout out to everybody. Thank you for making these giveaways so much better than the Anthony Hollis giveaway. That was the worst.
Forever
And all
goated.
of these giveaways since have been so smooth. That's okay, AJ. I just messaged you. It should come through here. I can see that you saw it.
Timberwolves Brazil, is YouTube safe? All right, I guess I'll.
Are we gonna watch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna find or create some sort of like thing while we do the giveaway, so there's something to watch. So like you don't just like look at my face while we're doing giveaway stuff. And I don't know why I'm saying that, but maybe it'll be Timberwolves Brazil stuff. Let's. I'm typing with one hand. Maybe you've muted me. Why are you so quiet?
Why am I so quiet? Do you want to add this? Can I add this to the stage or no?
Yeah, do it. Oh, you're so fast. Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Oh my god!
Whoa! Face painters are insane. They're so good.
This is a very family friendly Timberwolves Brazil post. Thank you, Timberwolves Brazil. Last one was like there was a lot of weird stuff going on, and I couldn't show it on stream. But we will always. This is going to be a new tradition. We're always going to show Timberwolves Brazil posts because this is just like it's too great. Ryan Mitchell, question of the day. Oops. How long have you guys been doing these lives and videos? Tell us about yourselves for the new ones. Oh my gosh, don't make me tell you about it.
Have we said anything about ourselves ever?
Also, Travis, you just found us tonight. We're Wolves After Dark on Twitter. That's it. Super easy. But yes, we've been streaming. How long actually has it been? Was it since the pandemic? Was it 2020 or was it earlier than that?
Before.
Because it was before Ant, right? Or was it before Ant?
Built from day one. It was Ant's rookie season.
Okay, built. Oh, that's right. It was built from day one, is what we were actually called.
I've been technically doing basketball podcasts since like 2015, which is
Ashwin,
kind of stupid.
Ashwin's the one that's actually experienced. I'm just here yapping all day, but no, we've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years, somewhere in that realm. 3, I guess. We were on Twitch before this, and now we're on YouTube, and YouTube's been great. We're now newly YouTube partners. We live in Seattle. We don't even live in Minnesota, but we both did live in Minnesota.
We met on Reddit.
We did. We met on Reddit, and because of living in Seattle and being Wolves fans, then we went to a B-dubs, and then we watched the Timberwolves literally lose a 30-point lead in 2 minutes.
The day after Kobe Bryant passed away.
Yeah, there's so many weird things about that. Crazy. But yes, if you're new here, drop a follow or whatever it's called, subscribe. And maybe somebody go over to the Facebook stream and leave like a nice comment, because all we've had is bad comments from Facebook. Facebook is not our home.
OG Junagi. And I remember him I remember telling him, hey, tell me how to do Twitter. And he was like, really? Let me leave Seattle after this.
AJ, yes, it was the Kings game. It was terrible. I wish we would have streamed from that.
The Kings game.
Like that would we weren't streaming at that time, or maybe we were. I don't remember. It was just like terrible. That was so bad. Oh, Rudy Gobert Instagram voice message.
Whoa.
Let's see what it says. I'll try to have it. I'm going to put it on here, and hopefully it's not too loud or too quiet.
Big time win on the road. Great road trip for us. 4 or 5 games. A lot of room to grow, but we're on the right path. Let's get it.
Yeah, we heard it. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it. I thought that was going to be better. Rudy is funny. You should definitely follow his thing there.
Yeah, I will. I gotta stop following D'Lo and Vando and start following our actual teammates.
True. Also, I know I shouted this out earlier. You guys don't have to do this, but I'm just letting everybody know, if you want to support us, since we're YouTube partners now, we got our first super sticker or whatever it was called from Marcus today.
That was so cool.
That was super cool. Gifted 10 memberships. Also, I gifted 10, so you have to I think you have to allow gifting to happen. Otherwise, nothing happens. You can't get them. But if
We
you
have to
scroll
go
up
on
in
your
the
YouTube
chat,
account. Is that what that says?
it's like in the chat. You have to go in, and then there's like a place that'll say like allow gifts or something like that. So you have to do that. We'll be doing some of that. Not a ton, obviously, but we're small. We're small time here. So, but yeah, if you feel like it, support us. You can subscribe. Again, like I said, there's not going to be like a ton of additional content, but you get some emojis, some fun ones to use, and just send a little support our way. But big fan. The pain of watching Cole Aldrich, man. So we could list off a name of players that we've watched that are just like embarrassing. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Guys,
cool. Well,
incredible show.
yeah,
Incredible
I
show from
appreciate
you
you
guys,
all.
like coming out and
Yeah.
supporting the show as well as
The chat is really what makes the show. I mean, me and Ashwin
We
are
would
kind of
not be
just the
doing this.
facilitators. We're
right.
just here to like read comments. So we appreciate all of you. Looking forward, like we said, the Knicks game. I'm gonna message AJ. I got your email, so I'm gonna send you that here after the stream, just so that I make sure I don't do anything crazy while I'm on stream. But the schedule: Knicks. We got 3 games at home now. Knicks, 76ers, Kings. Doesn't get much easier. So we got 3 pretty difficult games. But we're first place, right? So it doesn't matter. We're gonna win.
wow. Knicks, 76ers, Kings.
That's pretty rough.
Kings is probably an in-season tournament Friday. High pipe hashtag
Is it?
noises.
I thought they were
gotta be.
Thursdays that there was.
I think it's Tuesdays and Fridays.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, yesterday was
could
all
be
the
wrong.
stupid all the stupid courts were yesterday. There's like a light purple. Do you see the light purple?
Yeah,
court?
I have to admit, before
You're
the season,
kidding. Oh no.
I hated
like
these,
them?
and no, I don't actually like the courts. I don't like the way they're designed, but I kind of understand what they're doing because now I tune in and I'm not one thinking about the in-season tournament at all. But I see the court and I'm like, oh, this is an in-season tournament game. So it's got a brand to me. It's like they're like, oh, the ugly courts are happening tonight, so it's an in-season tournament game. It's like educating me. I don't like the courts, but I like that I know the difference between the two now. So hang a banner, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're hanging a banner.
Right here.
We're selling shirts that have in-season tournament banners on them. We're doing everything we possibly can.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be wild. Tuesdays and Fridays. Thank you, Jared. See, I know ball. I don't.
LaMelo Ball has to like fucking cover his tattoo. That's sad.
Yeah, it is.
What was I gonna say? Ryan said something. If we win against the Kings, where's the comment? Right there. What does that mean for the tournament? It's kind of confusing, to be honest. Very confusing.
I think
we would be 3-0, and that
3-0.
means we would probably be first place in our group. And then that means like the top 6, all the groups get like the top seed gets to move on. And then there's like 2 wild cards, and the wild cards are based on point differential, which is such a weird thing to be like evaluating wild card spots for, because like the last minute and a half of a blowout matters in an in-season tournament game. You just like get more points for some reason.
Which I kind of love. I love that.
Oh, okay.
I think it's great because then you can just pile on points, and like it's never fun to just watch people dribble it out for 2 minutes and try to just like do whatever.
You're right.
I think it's really cool. And then it gives the players can't get mad that they're running up to score because it's like we literally have to. Like there's a reason. Here. So yeah, I think oops, I'm not sharing my screen.
While you're pulling it up, for some reason it's not showing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The best court I think was the Toronto Raptors because it was like black and gold and whatever. What if the courts were black next year?
Ooh.
I think that'd be sick. Because I think everything would pop. The fact that it's purple and like light blue, these are like not colors that I want on my television screen. Like they're nice colors, soft colors. It's like kind of baby colors. We want that.
Yeah, and the reflections off the ground are making like the players' skin colors like turn like weird. Like just as a photographer standpoint, like seeing that drives me insane because I'm like, these poor photographers and videographers, they can't fix this because it's like the court. One of the courts is like this weird teal color and it's just bouncing up. And it's like, oh, it's like weirdly on there. Like it just looks odd. But yeah, if we beat the Kings, we do make it to the quarterfinals. Yep, because that would break the tie. That would break the tiebreaker. Us and them are the only 2-0 teams.
Yeah.
So then, even if we lost the last in-season tournament game, then it would be good. But we play. Yeah, we play the Kings and then the Thunder. So we're looking good. The thing that we probably need to do is we need to beat the Kings, and we probably want to beat them by a lot. We don't want it to be close, just for point differential. But
I wonder if if Pablo Prigiani is like put it on the calendar when we play the Kings, shoot threes.
Maybe we're saving it. But,
yeah, I appreciate that too. I appreciate you asking that, Ryan, because then we got to like learn together. Because I don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
Nobody does.
So, yeah.
And then Steph Curry has this interview. That he's like, "Yeah, it's easy," and then he lists off like a 15-minute explanation.
He also was sued for crypto stuff. So
true, very true.
And he's a golf show on CBS. Like, what the fuck?
Cool. Well, I think that's it for me and Ashwin tonight. We will be back. I think we'll be back on Monday night after the next game. Timberwolves win. Timberwolves are in first place, everybody. First place, Minnesota Timberwolves.
And not after like one game, like not a 1-0 like standings watch.
No.
This is like a 12-game
semi legitimate. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So
it was really cool when we were like third place with like Jimmy Butler in the Ham Hawks.
Yeah.
But
we also weren't having fun though.
No, we were not having fun. This was all black before that season. So
seriously.
That was the worst season of my work in the world, man. All right.
Cool.
79-3 is still in play. That's true, AJ.
As is 52 wins. 52 wins. By the way, shout out the shirt that I got on Poshmark, the Timberwolves.
Wow.
Like stay fresh thing. I saw this. So it was making the rounds on Twitter today, and I'm like, oh, I have that. I have that. Cool. Anyways, 52 wins is still possible. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to get comments out of here. Should you join the party on Monday? Let's have a conversation. Probably.
Join the conversation.
Join the conversation on Twitter and Discord and wherever we are. Facebook. Go leave a nice comment on Facebook. I don't even know where we are on Facebook.
Or don't. You don't have to.
Or don't. That's okay. Anyways, longest ending to a show ever. 52 wins, still possible. Yeah, go check out the Anthony Edwards video. Thank you, Nightbot. Intro as the outro. I'm going to hide comments, and Ashwin is not going to add any more. Intro as the outro. We will see you
tomorrow.
Night.